Good day, Sacramento. Dina Kupfer here. All right, so we're switching gears from some of the lighter stories this morning to talk about something that I think we should all be made aware of, and it is these dangers that exist when we have some of these lithium-ion batteries charging some of the items in our homes that can then lead to house fires, which we have covered not only this week, but also many times in the past. So we wanted to bring in the Sac Metro Fire Battalion Chief Parker Wilborn, also the Public Information Officer. We just reported on Monday there was a house fire in Woodland that was led to, investigators were led to believe this was a scooter battery that actually combusted and caught fire. So I reached out, and for the sake of transparency, how common is this, and should we be concerned about these items in our homes?
It's becoming more and more common as we continue to see these kinds of household items in our homes.
Okay.
We see scooter fires, we have e-bike fires, we've had power tool fires, RC car fires. As these things continue to grow, we're going to continue to see these. The biggest thing for our community that needs to know is buy from a retail store that is authorized to sell those products. Okay. Don't buy stuff, if it's the cheap thing off Craigslist, don't do it. Don't buy remanufactured batteries. Make sure you're buying something that is UL tested from an authorized dealer with a good brand. And generally, you're safe with that.
Okay, so we noticed, especially with this Woodland fire, the fact that the battery could physically combust is what scared me. I also have many items like the e-bikes, and you've actually been on a fire in North Highlands last November that I remember covering. Extensive damage to a two-story apartment building, and the flames, I mean, the footage to believe that this could have been caused by a lithium-ion battery, and you're still looking into that, but what was believed to be the cause of that one? The
bystanders reported that there was an e-bike inside one of the homes that caught fire, caught the drapes on fire, and then caught the whole building on fire. Wind was a big factor in that, an explosive fire activity, and it basically demolished the entire structure. So it's very tragic. Going back to the e-bikes, we don't know what brand that was.
Okay.
Again, anything that you're going to find is a knockoff. Everybody wants to go to Temu and some of these other places. But with that comes a significant amount of risk if you're not going to an authorized big box store.
Okay, and then I guess proper charging techniques. You know, a lot of people are getting these electronics for holidays or as gifts for their kiddos, and you want to just find the nearest wall outlet, plug it in, and leave it plugged in overnight for weeks at a time. Keep it 100% charged so you're ready to use it. What's the best practice, though, for charging?
So we don't want people to charge things through the night. When you go to sleep, go ahead and just unplug it. Chances are, if you plug it back in the morning, by the time you get up and at them, that battery's probably going to be charged anyway. Those lithium-ion batteries charge so quickly, they don't need to be on the charger for 2, 3, 4 days at a time. So pull them off, especially if you feel them and they start getting warm. That's a good sign to also pull those off too. And a lot of people use their cell phones or place their phones right next to their beds before they go to bed. Make sure you are placing anything that is charging at least 3 feet away from anything that's combustible.
Ha ha ha. Did y'all hear that at home? Don't keep your cell phone within 3 feet of your head at night. I think that is such a common mistake that because a lot of us use them as our alarms, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
But again, if it's on the a nightstand 3 feet away, you're good there.
Yeah.
Away from anything that's combustible.
Yeah, that'll help you reduce the amount of snooze if you have to get up and actually turn off
That's
the phone anyway.
fact.
And then finally, I know you also sent us some photos. An RC car was among one of the ones that was believed to have started a fire. So in general, these lithium-ion batteries, can you also charge these in a place like a garage, like in the outdoor space? Does that help at all?
Absolutely. With the RC cars and some of these other things that are exposed to potentially being damaged, those batteries are made up of very small cells. And a lot of times those small cells, if one is damaged, it runs a risk of basically compromising itself, creating a thermal runaway, we call it. And then it just goes through the battery cell and it creates its own fire activity. You can't put water on it, you smother it. It's basically an internal thing that's going to continue to combust. So keep it outside.
Okay, all right, great advice. Thank you so much, Parker. We always appreciate his expertise and all of his advice for many, many years. You're the best, my friend. I don't know how much longer he's going to be in this post, guys. He's growing the mustache, which I mean, I think things are coming.
It's telling. That's very telling.
Maybe less than 4 days.
Oh, dang.
But who's counting?
Who's counting? Well, we have greatly appreciated all that you've done for us in the media community. Thank you so much. And if you do have something charging right now, get it off. If it's fully charged, take it off the charger. We'll send it back to you guys.
Thanks, you too.
Is that going to come in 4 days, that mustache? I'm worried about you.
I'm trying to get in early for November. We'll see. All the cool kids are doing it.
All the cool kids.
I can't say anything. This beard has been months. So. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Parker.